News.com. More vile, hateful attacks from the bitter women on ABC's The View against our America First president. The woman who continually puts her foot in her mouth, Joy Behar, did it again when she said that, God forbid, Trump live another 20 years. I say, God forbid she live for another 20 years. Well, these violent liberals simply can't stop sending out, you-know-what dog whistles to their unhinged base, you know? I mean, really, they're unhinged. That's basically the bottom line. That's all they are, and they're paid to be like that. Well, so much for that. Bear with me, folks. I forgot to plug this in. Sorry. I thought there was something wrong, like a recording.
Hurricane Florence.
She kept on repeating it.
His take on the government response to Hurricane Maria, which claimed almost 3,000 lives and left Puerto Rico without power for 11 months. Take a look.
I think probably the hardest one we had by far was Puerto Rico because of the island nature. And I actually think it was one of the best jobs that's ever been done with respect to what this is all about. I think that Puerto Rico was an incredible, unsung success.
So, you can't. I don't want to laugh at that because Puerto Rico's suffering. Go ahead, but
still is suffering. I mean, how can people just, even the biggest supporters, say, "Well, no, he's right."
It's
crazy.
It's not insulting. Even if you support him, there are some things that are indefensible, and they are so out of touch from reality, and a lot of that is because he hasn't been on the ground there since right after it happened. A lot of these deaths took place after that storm because of the lack of resources. It reminds me of Hurricane Katrina.
Lack of resources?
George W. Bush. You remember it was 4 days after that where he was complimenting the head of FEMA at the time, Michael Brown. He said, Brown,
lack of resources?
Yeah. I can't imagine a year.
There was no lack of resources. The mayor didn't even distribute the things, and they were getting old and moldy. Come on now. Tell the truth now. Come on now. You can do better than that. I mean, spew your garbage, but, you see, they misconstrue the facts. They totally do that. It's sickening.
Later, George Bush saying what President Trump did because he knew politically you just don't do that.
Well, I think
look at the garbage.
It's embarrassing for our country, and I don't think this president cares.
I don't think this president cares. He goes down and he meets people. And you're talking about somebody like Obama who spent his time golfing? Give it a rest. I don't think he cares. You see, the people are not getting the real message. The people are getting phony messages. That's why you can't blame the liberal left, the leftist nut jobs, because they don't even understand what's taking place when you got these morons up here speaking crap about President Trump, when they should be speaking crap about the real culprit, Obama, who did nothing but play golf and destroy this country.
I don't think he cares. And, when you talk about Katrina, the deaths in Puerto Rico,
it's Trump's fault,
by 1,100. Yeah. So we're talking about even more deaths. I mean, this was very personal to me because my family suffered for months and months and months. And as all of you know, I went there right after the hurricane. And I think what is shocking is that he's calling it a success when his administration just took millions of dollars away from FEMA to give it to ICE.
$1 million.
$1 million. $1 million. No, 10 million. It was millions.
FEMA's a criminal enterprise. Let's just be clear.
And I think Senator Murphy said it best. He tweeted this: I mean this seriously, not a political dig. If you're in Florence's path and considering writing it out, your president just said that a hurricane response where 3,000 die is his measure of success. Get out of there.
Well, can I just ask, I would say to him and to those people that because they live in on the mainland and that they vote in North Carolina, South Carolina,
he may care more.
He will care more about them. The Puerto Ricans do not vote in the presidential election.
No, he didn't care about my people.
I think that's the main reason he doesn't doesn't care.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
you're right.
I don't know if he doesn't care about Puerto Ricans, but
I don't think he cares at all, Abby.
I do think he cares about covering his own butt. He never wants to admit defeat, and in this case, it all goes back to politics, and he can't stand that.
You know, they can spew whatever they want, but the Puerto Rican people know about their crooked mayor down there. They know about the crooked mayor, so they can speak all they want. That has nothing to do. Trump sent a lot of aid down there. Come on now. Come on. How could they stand there and lie, so blatantly lie to the people, you know? And then trying to sow divisiveness in this country by saying, oh, he doesn't care about the Puerto Ricans because they don't vote. Are you talking about Hillary Clinton, maybe? Because that sounds more like a Hillary move and an Obama move than a Trump move. Come on now. Come on now. Tons of food, unopened, undistributed. It's Trump's fault. You expect Trump to go out there and distribute the food? He sent you the things. Come on now.
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
That they've had
Come
that
on.
from the very beginning.
What a
But
crap.
to that $10 million.
And she was right.
The $10 million that we now know was given to
ICE.
but to the zero tolerance policy, what HHS is saying is that money couldn't have been used for a disaster relief.
Well, this is
anyway,
what I
don't
didn't
know what
understand.
the real
This-
story is, but that's
Yeah,
what
I
they're
believe
saying.
this is what I don't understand. Money can be used to do anything.
Yes.
So I don't understand. What did the money say? Oh, no. You can't, no, don't spend me over there. I mean, I don't understand how it couldn't have been used. I mean, it just, look, he's living in a whole other realm of reality. And it's insane. It was not a success in Puerto Rico. And the congressman is right.
Yeah.
If this is his measure of success, if you're in the path of this thing, get out of the way. Even if it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
Because if you're Puerto Rican or black or white or Asian or Italian, it doesn't matter. Life is life, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So if you're thinking that you're not going to take care of my spot when it gets wiped out, meanwhile, I'm paying taxes that goes into FEMA, so it is my right to get this protection.
Yeah.
I've paid for this protection. If it's that easy, none of us are going to be happy with our FEMA relief because it doesn't seem that there will be any.
Well, I'll never forget the woman that I interviewed in Puerto Rico. Her name was Blanca. And her entire home was destroyed from top to bottom. She showed me the letter from FEMA giving her $500, saying that was all they could give her. And I asked her, what are you going to be able to do with that? And she said, nothing. I'm going to have to live here. Mold on the walls, wet mattresses. I mean, that was the FEMA response. And you mean to tell me this administration takes away $10 million FEMA dollars to make sure
because
that they can put
FEMA
kids in
are
cages?
crooks.
I mean, that's the
because
focus of this.
because FEMA is crooked. That's what that's the whole bottom line. It's not that they don't give the money. They collect the money big time, pocketed the money, and they don't give it to the people. That's Trump's fault too? No, he's trying to stop all of this crap from happening.
The point that I have is
Come
that little
on.
story, and there's so many of those in Puerto Rico in the recovery. And then the statement that you heard yesterday, just the disconnect as a leader, that your number one job is to protect the people that you serve and to connect with those people when they've gone through a hard time.
Yeah, just like Bush and Obama with Katrina, with the they really connected. Yeah, they connected big time, really.
You let them know that you're there for them and that you feel
And you don't throw
them.
paper towels at them either.
Well, but you actually have to serve them.
Yeah,
You actually have to
listen
serve
what
the
they
people.
come up
And
with.
if the person who's supposed to be serving you is not doing a good job, then you have to take care of yourselves. Which leads us to say, once again, if you're in the path of this storm, get yourself out of there. Because what happens is, it's not just you. I know that because it's people's houses, and maybe that's the only house they've ever had, and they bought it, and it's theirs. You can't fight a hurricane.
No.
You screaming at the hurricane is not going to change its path. But the other thing is, when you don't look for the place to go, that means other people have to come in and try to rescue you. And it endangers their lives. And so it's not just you who's in danger here. So if you're in the path or Get out.
Can I just also mention that what people seem to fail to realize when we talk about these 3,000
tell
deaths,
us about
Sanjay
it.
Gupta, my friend, was in Puerto Rico very quickly after the hurricane struck. And he said something like over 90% of the additional deaths that happened after the hurricane struck were preventable.
Yeah.
So we're talking.
Yeah, tell that to the mayor, the crooked mayor down at Puerto Rico. Listen, the people know. The people, Puerto Rican people aren't stupid. They know what's going on. You think they didn't see the supplies and that they left them to mold and everything? Come on, she's a Democrat witch, the mayor.
About the fact that this government allowed
This
its own
government?
citizens to die. I thought that's what we only saw in dictatorships.
Obama was a dictator, not Trump.
So it's deliberate.
What a garbage they're spewing, these people. I get so aggravated.
No.
That's a strong statement.
And I mean it.
It's clear.
What's clear, Whoopi?
No
What's
fussing
clear,
around
you
there.
deranged
Pretty clear.
lunatic?
I'll just say one little thing about it. He's incapable of telling the truth, you realize. People need to
Really?
understand. Bob Woodward's book, Fear,
He's incapable of telling the truth. He's the only president that has been telling the truth since he got in. He's a street guy, man. What are they talking about? These bimbos, whatever you want to call them.
thing he comes away with is that the guy is incapable of telling the truth.
Really?
This is a lie. Everything's a lie every single day. And his administration,
Blaming
people
others
who
for
work
what
with him,
you
they
do.
cannot reason with him. He never backtracks. He never says, okay, I'm changing my mind. They show him the facts. He disputes it. He lies. He's a sociopath, I'm telling you.
Well, I'm thinking bigger picture about the hurricane relief, and I remember I was doing coverage on another network on it. And I would think about our men and women that were on the ships that were going out. It's a difficult place to get to, and that was part of the problem. And it's, I think, dangerous to paint a broad stroke or brush across all the people that were trying to help and were there doing their job. And there are a lot of people in this country that were there to save lives. And so I just think we need to be careful when we have this conversation, and with the statement from the president, which, as I said earlier, is indefensible. There are a lot of great people in this government and in this country that are standing up and are trying to save lives and make a situation.
Unfortunately, the real power is in the presidency, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
He's the one who calls the shots, so he has to take
Especially
the
when it
blame.
comes to
George
FEMA.
W. sort of apologized and said, you know, he didn't do
Well,
it
he
right.
had to.
He had to.
Because it was a
This
disaster.
man will
But
never
he won't.
apologize. If he lives another 20 years, God forbid, no. If he lives another 20 years, well, he could be like 105 by the time he you know, we've got him here for the next...
Well, that was a moment for him.
Oh, you
yesterday.
can be sure about that, Joy.
Backtrack
Or be
and
that
tell
adult in
the
the room
truth.
and just say, I'm the leader here, and
You can be sure about that. He's going to win in 2020 again. You deranged hens.
You know, tomorrow.
The cackling hens. You know, you can't even contain yourself during the video. Like, really? I can't contain myself with these hags that are spewing all this garbage, you know? But no, their Messiah Obama could do no wrong. The guy was playing golf all the time. He could care less. And Trump, they have a problem with Trump. They're getting paid real well by other people to spew this trash. To spew this trash to people, you know. They should be off the air. I mean, these people are just deranged. Get your facts straight. Get your facts straight. Come on now.